Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. It's almost the weekend. Any plans? Sleep a little bit more than usual? Read a book more than you have been? Maybe studying for school as well. Probably have a lot of homework that you still have to do. Anyways, I hope you have a good rest of the week and the weekend is nice as well. So last day we started talking about a little bit of extreme weather. So I thought I'd give you some definitions and you could tell me what extreme weather we're talking about. Okay? So I will say a powerful funnel-shaped column of spiraling air. What is it? A tornado. Right, we were talking about storm chasers last class. Okay. A storm that forms over warm tropical ocean waters. Let me think. Some of you might think tsunami, maybe. The answer is hurricane, right? It forms over water and then it travels, right? Okay. A blizzard. Oh, I just gave you the answer. Okay. Heavy snowstorm with winds of more than 33 miles per hour. Okay, so a heavy snowstorm. I think I might have mentioned blizzard to you last class as well. Okay, the definition. A long period of time without rainfall. So we talked about one last class. This is the opposite. A drought, right? When you have a long period without rainfall. So that's not something that really happens here in Galicia, is it? Okay, and the last definition I have for you. Water spreads over land not normally covered in water. And there's normally a lot of rain. A flood. Exactly. Okay, so those are some extreme weather conditions. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to move on to page 88. Actually, no, 87, I think. Let me just double check. 87 first. So you might want to revise the reading about the storm chasers that we did last class. And then we will continue on with activity 4. Okay, so pause the video if you would like to reread the article. And then we'll move on to number 4. Find the words 1 to 8 in the text and choose the correct meaning. Okay, so to seek out, to look for, ripped, torn violently, right? So, right, torn violently, or it can be taken from something else, right? Not necessarily just paper. Swallowed up, consumed, right? To swallow, when you eat, when you drink, you chew and swallow. Okay. 4, spinning, turning fast, right? Like the sport, right? Spinning classes. Gather, to collect, right? We are gathered together to gather objects, to collect. Dashes, okay? Rushes, okay? Move slowly, moves quickly. Rushes, rushes, fast. 7, concealed, covered, hidden. And 8, ringside, close up, very near. So normally you'll hear about ringside seats in boxing, the sport, Where do the boxers play or do the sport? In a ring. And where do people normally sit? Ringside, right? They sit beside or next to the ring, okay? So if you have ringside seats, it's because you have a lot of connections or a lot of money. Okay, in activity 5, I want you to complete the sentences with the words from exercise 4. Okay, so take a moment, and when you have finished, come back and we'll correct it. Okay, so welcome back. Let's look at number 1 then. We try to seek out a safe place to watch the tornado. We had a ringside seat at the match. It was spectacular. The thief was concealed by a mask. We watched horrified as the flames of the fire swallowed up the house. The ice skaters were spinning around before leaping into the air and finishing their display. My dog always, excuse me, let me move the screen. Oh, my dog always, oh, I just totally lost my spot. I moved my mouse too much and have to now move on. Bear with me because I'm lost. Let me try this way. Okay, I think I found myself. Ah! Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. Okay. My dog always jumped out of the car and rushes to the beach. The children went outside to gather all the apples that had fallen from the tree during the storm, and the wind ripped the flag in two. Okay, so fantastic. So now the question is, would you like to go storm chasing, and why? Very curious about this answer. Do you think storm chasers are brave or foolish, and why? This is an even more interesting of an answer depending on what you said in number 1, brave or foolish. And do you think that what storm chasers do is worth the risks they take? Now listen, everybody has to take risks in life, okay? But is this a risk worth taking? I don't know. I'm looking forward to your answers to see what you have to say. Okay. So in the text, we had some examples of reported speech, okay, reported statements. We began to chase storms as university students. We've been traveling vast distances around the USA. Vast, right? Very far distances, okay? And in different directions. Others might just love the excitement of being in a dangerous situation. I love the thrill of the chase, right? The thrill, the excitement of the chase. And be careful and stay alive. You think so? That would be a very, very good idea. Okay, so with reported speech, you also have to have, you have to keep the present, the direct speech, sorry, not the present, the direct speech in mind, okay? So I have some example sentences here on the board. Let's see if you can see them. And see if you can tell me what these are in reported speech. So these are all examples of direct speech. I am tired. I'm feeling crazy. I was in Coruña. I was watching Tiger King. I've been studying for days. I might sleep. Shut up. Okay, so how would you say these sentences in reported speech? Keep them in mind, okay, and go back to your book and have a look at the chart, okay? You can look at page 154 as a grammar reference, okay? You have examples of the direct speech. What tense would you need to change the direct speech from the present simple? For example, I am tired. What tense would you change am into? The past simple. Okay, so I am tired. The sentence becomes Chris said she was tired. Okay, you'll also have to change the pronoun, and in some sentences, you'll have to change the time marker, like yesterday would change to something else. Okay, but we'll talk about that another time. So complete the chart. And then we'll go over these and how you would change these, and we'll continue. Okay, so the present simple becomes the past simple, as we said. Okay, the present continuous becomes the past continuous. So, present continuous, I'm feeling crazy. What did Chris say? Chris said she was feeling crazy. Okay. And then we have the past simple. What does the past simple become? Past perfect. I was in Coruña. Chris said she had been in Coruña. Okay. Then we have past continuous becomes past perfect. So for example, Chris was reading a book. Chris said she had been reading a book. Okay. Present perfect continuous also becomes the past perfect continuous. Okay. I've been studying for days. Chris said she had been studying for days. I was watching Tiger King. Chris said she had been watching Tiger King. Now, I haven't seen Tiger King. I don't know if you have Netflix, but apparently it's a very good show. Funny show? I'm not sure. Everybody's talking about Tiger King, so I'm curious. Okay, will. Will becomes would. And I didn't write a sentence. I will go to Portugal. Chris said she would go to Portugal. What about might? Might does not change. Okay? And the imperative? Chris said to shut up, right? So you use the imperative, okay? All right, good. So let's continue on with C. Choose the correct alternative. We usually use the verb say and tell to report statements. They mean the same. But say, tell is always followed by an object. So what do you think? Right, tell. Tell her. Tell me. Okay? And 2, the word that can or cannot be omitted after say. It can. Okay? Chris said that she was tired. Chris said she was tired. Okay? Very good. So let's continue with activity 2. I'd like you to rewrite the sentences using reported speech and the prompts. Okay, so take a moment and pause the video and then come back and we will correct. Okay, we're back. So number 1, a tornado has been spotted in Kansas becomes, they said that a tornado had been spotted in Kansas. So remember, present perfect becomes past perfect. 2, it looks amazing. She told me that it looked amazing. Okay. Present becomes past. I was walking through the forest. He said that he had been walking through the forest. Past continuous. Was walking becomes the past perfect continuous. 4, I might see you at the festival. He told her that he might see her at the festival. Okay, so might, remember, does not change. I'm really enjoying the film. She said that she was really enjoying the film. Okay. 6, we've been working on a science project. They told me they had been working on a science project. Okay. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. And 7, Steve will drop you off at school. Mom said that Steve would drop us, or drop me, depending on the context that you take it, off at school. Mom said that Steve would drop us off at school. Okay? Will becomes would. Okay, so we're going to stop there for today. If you've been watching your emails, you should have or will be receiving an invitation to Zoom classes. So the YouTube videos are going to stop for your class, and you will receive an invitation for a Zoom class. Okay, so all you need to do is download Zoom onto your computer, onto your phone. And once you receive the invitation, all you have to do is click on the link and it should take you directly to the page that you need to be on the day of the class. I was going to say exam. On the day of the class. Okay, if you have any problems, contact the school. You can send me an email and I will try and help you as well. All right, so we'll talk to you soon, guys. Mwah. Be safe, take care, relax.